Oh my God, what a week. We've got 2 fidgets from a friend. This lot here was sent to me by Sean Dumas. Sean, thank you. These are some really awesome pieces. I'm going to take you through each one by one, and let's just start here and we'll work our way back. So first thing we'll talk about is the chill pill. So the chill pill is from, I believe, Fidget Things. They've got a really awesome Etsy store. Maybe they have a website. I'm not 100% sure on that, to be honest. This one is in, I'm 100% don't know if it's copper or brass. That looks like copper. I never know. That's probably bad. I should know the difference. Here we've got some stainless steel. These are super strong magnets. Super strong. And that makes it fun because you can just kind of roll them in your hands and eventually they meet up. So I was kind of off on these. I didn't ever purchase my own. I think I had one in my Etsy cart for a couple months, but I thought, it's a little too simple for me. I get it. I get it now. That's what makes it great, the simplicity of this thing. Just look at that. I mean, you just do that a couple of times, bam, it goes back together. Haven't gotten my finger or hands pinched or anything like that yet. So it is safe. The chill pill is safe. But this is just easy to use. It's something that you can kind of zone out and do. This is perfect for sitting on the couch watching a movie or something like that. Just kind of rolling that around and having them connect. This is really cool. The chill pill from Fidget Things, definitely a worthy piece, worthy addition to the collection. So check that out. Very awesome. Thank you, Sean, for sharing that one. Next, I reviewed an Ultim Mahjong tile that I believe Mel had sent me. This one is stainless steel, heavy as shit. This is really just solid stainless steel. On the inside, it looks like Sean had some tape on there. There is a post that you can take and put in there, and then the top sits perfectly in that little indent there in the middle. And I guess once you do that, then you take these out, the little bearings that run on these tracks, and then you can rotate it. So it works just like the other one did. Or with no post in, and you've got the bearings on there, you can use it to slide back and forth. So it's either a rotate or a slide. It looks like Sean, I don't think he ever had it anything other than the slide because the tape, this is so blurry. Why is it doing that to me? Come on, come on. Come on, baby. The tape actually goes over those bearings, over the edge of them. So I don't think he ever used it for anything but scared to pull the tape away because I really don't want to see a lot of wear on these plates. But I might like to try it out as the rotate, because this feels like it could be a significant enough piece. You know, it's heavy enough that it could be a little easier to rotate than the Ultim was, so I'll probably give that a shot. Then you've got the little disc on the back here that you can turn. It's got a nice click to it. It's a a really good noisy click with a really good feedback. So yeah, that is the stainless steel Fingerprint Mahjong tile. I like that. Very cool. Next, we've got the T1. I have reviewed this one before. Kev at Lefty EDC let me borrow his previously, and I tried it out. This one, Sean couldn't quite get a hold of. He didn't, wasn't clicking for him, and he didn't have the patience to learn what the rotation was about. And I get it. I think I said in my video when I reviewed Kev's that the whole rotation aspect of it isn't perfect. It does tend to jump off that little, because that's all it is right there, running on this shallow track. So it does tend to jump off a little bit, but I like it more for just popping it up and down. And then you go that way and you get that little pop. Now the one thing Kev's had was this kind of thick, almost like rubberized plastic tape or something, it felt like. It was definitely a thicker, maybe 1/8 of an inch, that's too much probably, plastic tape that came with it that I don't know if it came with Sean's or not, but I think he said when he got it, he was frustrated by the tape and he took it off. So I might see if I can get a hold of some of that tape. Kev said that he was going to send me some different kind of tape that he had to see if any of them compare. But and then it's got some scratches here because some of the magnets were loose and they damaged the plate a little bit. I got those glued back in. So I just enjoy this one as a slider, and with that tape it really gives a really good kind of pop sound to it, and has a really easy push. It's a little stiff right now without that tape, but I'll get a hold of some of that and re-review. But yeah, so that's the, and I might have a magnet in wrong here because this is, yeah, look at that. Go to turn it and it pops off. Damn. Yeah. There might be a magnet in here wrong. I'm gonna have to, it's this fucking guy. Yep, I'll have to go back through and maybe soak those out and redo. That might help a little bit with the smoothness here. So that is the T1. Love that piece. Let's talk about this funky guy. This is the Pendulum, I think it's called. I don't know who makes it. It is a funky little creature. So it's kind of its own thing. It's not a spinner. It is a spinner, but not in the typical sense. It's just these two pieces rotating around that middle post, and then you got this little guy flinging around. So you get him going, you get the other arm going. I mean, once you do get going, this just straightens out and you're just flailing this around like this. It isn't like this keeps rotating while this is rotating or anything like that. I think maybe you can get that going. Oh shit. Look at that. I think I just did it as I'm, oh, and I lost it. You guys saw that though. That was kind of interesting. I'm gonna have to spend, ooh, there it is again. There it is. So I am getting it too, because there's set of bearings inside there that this guy's rotating on. And like I said, this, maybe that is attached. Okay, so this middle piece is connected too. It's not rotating around that rod. So there's probably bearings in there. So, I mean, that's interesting. I will spend more time with this and maybe do another review. I think that's pretty neat. It's kind of its own little thing. Ooh, it's crazy. It's kind of crazy to get under control. I like it though. This one is the AZTEC, I believe it's called, and I want to say, I don't want to misspeak about who makes this, but I know it's called the AZTEC, and it's interesting. I mean, it's just like a square multi-directional slider, so you can kind of ladder in multiple directions. So you're laddering down, over, up, you know what I mean? I'd say the only thing about it is there's almost no sound feedback. You're not getting any. It's just kind of a light scrape, so you're not really getting any good sound from it, good sound feedback. But it's a cool pattern for sure. I mean, you can look at that that job there of machining. It's got that kind of scratchy, layered feel. But so it's a cool one. And I mean, the inside also has this pattern, which I thought, when I saw that might lead to some interesting sounds. Like maybe it had the kind of compiform scratch that you kind of get with the Laugh Now, Cry Later, or the Clover, or the Allure, I guess. Not really though. But it is kind of fun just to mess around with. So that's an interesting piece there. That's the AZTEC. This was the piece that I had from Mel that I was supposed to have in my last Fidget from a Friend video, and I couldn't find it. It was under some stuff on my seat, and so I didn't include it. And I said, "Oh, I'll do a video of it on its own." And then actually I was so kind of enamored by it that I actually put out on Facebook that I was willing to trade my wrapped V2 from Modus Works if somebody had one of these in their possession. And the same day, without even knowing that I was gonna love this thing so much, it was already in the mail from Sean. Sean had sent this along, and it just so happened that it worked out perfectly that I really loved this thing from Mel when she let me try it, and Sean had already sent me one and I didn't realize. So thank you again, Sean. This is a piece that will not leave my collection for sure. And now I brought, where did I put that? So this is a really cool piece, and it was kind of the answer to this here, which is the Frag by 3DC Printing. I love this this fidget, this 3D fidget. It's got such an awesome sound, but there's just no weight to it, and sometimes that's a bummer because you want something a little more substantial that feels a little more I don't know, legitimate or something like that. Nothing against the Frag. I love everything that 3DC is doing. I even took this and did that, a little Frankenstein fidgeting for you, and was doing this on the way to work. And they're essentially the same kind of sounds. I mean, this is just the non 3D printed version of the Frag, because you're getting that sound with that. And that sound with the Frag. So the Frag has a little more sharpness to its sound. This is a little more kind of muted, which is okay, because I keep this in my pocket when I'm in meetings, or at least I did this morning, and you can kind of mess with it and people don't even realize. So this is kind of like the perfect answer to a more high-end version of this. So I really like that, and being able to toss this middle piece from the Frag into the Cosmo, and this is the Nebula 2.0, I believe it's called. Being able to toss that middle piece in there and even get a little more sound out of the Nebula was fun, and I will probably continue to do that occasionally. So the 42 Cosmo Nebula 2. And then this last thing, no longer made, I believe. This is an original piece from Modus Works, my fave. And this is the, boy, is it the Minima Jig? I'm not 100% sure on the name. I asked the group, the FPAG group, that's FPAG, if you want to check us out on Facebook. We got a little group where we do some live stream stuff, some giveaways, fun group to be a part of. I asked the group and I got about 1 million different answers. Everyone called it a whatchamacallit or a whatchama-thingamajig, and so I'm not 100% sure. But this thing is so awesome. Just listen to how snappy that is. It is such a cool piece. And you can tell that it's definitely been loved. Some of these sides pop up a little bit, so you get this a little bit of rock to it. So I'm gonna do some work and see if I can get some of these plates straightened out a little bit. But so this one appears to be just a plastic plate. This plate is like a brass. Maybe I'll try to clean that up too and just really make this puppy shine. So it came with these deadeners too that were in the back, and I saved them just in case I want to go back to a quieter fidget, but I took them out, and this is like the loudest fidget I think I have probably. And I love it. That's not going anywhere. This is such a really cool piece. So that is our fidget from a friend, from Sean Dumas. Check out his YouTube channel as well. He's got some great videos. He gets some insane mail calls that you can check out, and he actually does those exclusive on the FPAG page, FPAG. That's the Fidget Pass Around group on Facebook. So check us out. Check out Sean's YouTube page. Check out Kev at Lefty EDC, Mel at EDC Fidget, and Preston at Big Mitts and Fidgets. That is the core 5, including myself, of the FPEG. This has been an absolute awesome mail call here for me. So thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. This is Kyle signing